Okay, hello everyone. Welcome to Just Meditate. Welcome back. It's been a while since we've done our weekly meditation session. I've been on travels with a friend, so yeah, these things happen. So I needed to take a little break from our daily schedule or a weekly schedule, I must say. Let me put my camera a little bit higher. Let me just fix some stuff here. I had my phone as a camera, but all of a sudden it didn't work and it went over to my camera on my PC. So let me just get that straight before we get started. So a little bit better view, I hope. You don't have to look into my nostrils all the time. Okay, just meditate back from a little break. I hope you didn't miss us too much. Our Just Meditate sessions that we do on Fireside every other week are for asking questions about meditation. And of course, we also do just easy, highly effective meditation techniques. And I have one ready for you today as well. If you have questions and you want to ask them right now, go ahead. You can come on the stream on stage. We are only on Fireside today. And you can also type your question in the chat. If there aren't any questions, I just want to get started with the session. Maybe you have questions after the session, and you are free to come on stage then as well. Julia Les, good to see you. Again, if you have questions, let us know. Otherwise, we get started with a very nice technique which I learned recently during a course with the HeartMath Institute. I'm doing a course in trauma, not giving people a trauma, but helping people that have gone through trauma. Very interesting. I hope to be able to help people better with HeartMath techniques, helping people that have trauma. Jessica, good to see you. Since there are no questions right now, and again, you can also ask your questions afterwards, after this session, I will stay online for a few moments after we are done. Let's just get started, shall we, with a HeartMath technique. It's called the heart soak technique. So when do you want to use this technique? It's not really meditation, it's more self-regulation, actually, but you'll get the hang of it. When do you want to use this technique? When you're stuck, you have the feeling of being stuck. If you wake up in the middle of the night or can't sleep because something is bothering you, you're worried about something, maybe you feel just anger or sadness or resentment, worries, issues that arise, trapped emotions from past or hurt or trauma, you can use this technique for those as well. So if, for example, you have difficulty sleeping or having a certain thought or problem in your mind all the time and it's bothering you, you can use this technique. It consists of 4 steps, and the first one is very important, is acknowledging it. So, and in acknowledging it, the problem is not meaning being more worried about it, just knowing that, okay, this is a problem. Don't be judgmental, anything like that. Just acknowledge that it is there. Then we do our a very important heart-focused breathing, like we always do during our sessions, actually. But it's very important. It is so important to use our heart. And then we are going to work with that issue we are having while we are focusing on our heart. And we can use our heart to feed or trust that problem over into our heart space with loving care. And if you might remember a previous session we had about changing perspectives by sending appreciation to a certain problem, and then you reevaluated what that problem meant to you, you might remember that you had a different kind of view on it. And often solutions come as well if you, instead of being, I won't say negative, but instead of being judgmental and pushing against that issue, you actually surrender to it and acknowledge it and give it some love and kindness. That's basically what you're doing with this technique. So let's try it out, shall we? So I reckon, I mean, we're all adults here. We all have our issues, small or big, doesn't really matter. Just find something that you know, okay, this is an issue for me. This is really a problem. This is stopping me. This is making me think. This is almost not getting me to sleep, for example. Just find a moment to think about something that is bothering you right now. Okay? Then just find a comfortable position like we always do and take a nice good deep inhale through your nose. Exhale through your mouth and just settle down. Very good. Just breathe normally. And if you want to, you can take another nice deep inhale through your nose and out through your mouth. And just relax. Just try to calm down and think about that issue, that challenge, that problem you are having, and acknowledge it. Acknowledge that it is something you are bothered with. Don't be judgmental, don't judge them, just notice that it is there and it's something you want to deal with. Very good. Now just straight away go to your heart space, focus on your heart space, the area in your chest where your heart is. You can close your eyes if you want to and imagine your heart, the area in your chest. You can even put your hand on your chest if that feels okay for you. Right there where your heart is. And imagine your breath flowing in and out of your heart or chest area. And then breathe a little slower and deeper than usual. Little slower and deeper breathing. Keep it comfortable, but make it slow and deep. Very good. Just activate that heart center. Just by breathing through your heart. Very good. So continue breathing through your heart. And see in front of you that issue, that problem you're struggling with, something that is bothering you. See that in your mind's eye. And now fold that problem or put that problem in a little pouch you are having with you. You just happen to have a little pouch with you, or maybe a cloth or a piece of paper, and wrap that issue, wrap that thing that is bothering you inside of that cloth, inside of that piece of paper, or put it in that little pouch. And as you have folded it together, you have put that issue in that little pouch. See yourself placing this parcel into your heart. Place that into your heart center and let it soak in the care and compassion of your heart. You can genuinely say to yourself, I release this to my heart now. Let your heart take care of this. Let your heart send some compassion and love, care. Let your heart embrace that parcel, that pouch, that cloth with that issue with some heartfelt care and compassion. You can say again to yourself, I release this to my heart now. Keep it there. Continue breathing through your heart. And let that parcel soak in the care and compassion of your heart. Just continue doing that and know that your heart has this big field around it. And we can measure it even several feet away from us. And with that heart field, we are connected to the field of the earth, connected to the universe, connected to everything. So by acknowledging that issue we are having, that problem we are facing, that thing that is bothering us, and by wrapping it up, putting it in a pouch, and letting that issue soak in the care and compassion of our heart. We also sending out a strong signal to the universe, into the world, that you are dealing with it in a caring, loving way. Okay, now let's go. Let go and focus back on breathing. And before we get back, put a smile on your face, a loving smile, and send that feeling of care you have throughout your body, throughout your being. Now breathe normally again. And as we get back, you can become more aware of the room you are in. You can notice any sounds in the room you are in. As you become more and more present, more and more awake. Good. Gently move your body back and forth and from side to side. Maybe wiggle with your fingers and toes. And when you are ready, welcome back. Welcome back. Okay, great job, everyone. So, if that went okay for you, thumbs up. If you struggled, you can safely give us a thumbs down. That's okay too. And sometimes these things, these issues have to soak longer than a few minutes, maybe a few days or more. And the key is really turning it over into your heart space. Dare to, instead of being judgmental or pushing against it, embrace it for a moment with care and compassion and see what happens. Thumbs up from Georgia and Les. Thank you. Awesome. Well done. Glad that worked for you, and try that throughout the day or whenever that issue comes up again in your mind, like, oh, it's bothering me again. Sit down, acknowledge that it is there, breathe through your heart, activate your heart center, and wrap up that issue into a cloth or whatever you want to wrap it up in. Maybe put it in a pouch, like I said, and just get it into your heart space. And for some, it might be counterintuitive, but just try it. Try to give it some care and compassion, love and kindness from the heart for a moment, and just see what happens to it. And they might wake up the next day with the solution or with renewed energy, thinking, oh, you know what, this isn't that bad after all. I've maybe used, because you have given it care and compassion, you have got a whole different perspective on it. So, and that's also what we are all about with the Transformational Meditation Group. Change perspectives, change your life, change the way you think about things. Great. So if there are no more questions, if you have questions, go ahead, ask them. Feel free to ask to come on stage or type your question in the chat. Maybe you have a suggestion for next time or just a comment. It's all fine. While you're at it thinking, I want to mention that I had recently an interview with a great guy called Jody Albert Moss. He's from Canada, Ontario. And I've been following him on Vero through social, and he's been following me back. Great guy, very interesting. And what I like about him is that he is living life to the fullest. He is living from the heart. And we had such a great conversation. So I want to encourage you to go to the website you see in the fortune cookie here on Fireside and tmg.cosmicnation.co and find that video, find that interview. Lovely guy. And he was interviewing me this time. I'm going to invite him back, not on Fireside because he's not there anymore, but we're going to record it and put it out as a video afterwards on the website as well. And then we talk more about what he does and his passion and what he pours his heart into. So I want to recommend that video to you and following along for next time. Our next session will be Love Your Love Muscle on Monday already. Theme I don't know yet, but it will be interesting as always, I'm pretty sure. And again, if you have suggestions for Love Your Love Muscle or you want to be a guest on the show, contact me and we'll get you on board. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Have a wonderful rest of your evening. Have a wonderful rest of your week. Take good care, be safe, and hope to see you back on Monday. Namaste.